I think a lot of things make me who I am. My family, my parents, that sort of thing. In terms of the specifics, in terms of my passion for the encyclopedia, I would say that comes from my upbringing. My mother was quite keen on the encyclopedia, and we had a set of encyclopedias which we treated with great reverence, and we were very involved in using them constantly in the house and so forth. I always try to do the most interesting thing that I can find to do on any given day. So, um, I found the concept interesting and the project interesting in itself. It's not as if it was a long period of boredom and tedium that ended in success, that thus required some kind of deep motivation outside the project. It was itself interesting at every step of the way, an intellectual puzzle to solve, interesting people to talk to. So even in the times when it wasn't clear that it was going to be, a massive success, which of course it has been, it was fulfilling in and of itself. It was interesting. It was fun. If you can do something that you personally find interesting in and of itself, then it's just worth doing on its own. And if it ever becomes something that's very, very successful, that's great. And if not, at least you spent your time doing something interesting. So I think far too many people who are starting something, they focus far too much on their dreams of the final success, and it blinds them to the actual things that they should be doing today, which is doing interesting work and making progress in something every day. In our pockets today, we have a device that allows us to access all human knowledge and to communicate with anyone on the planet. That's astonishing, and it's a nearly uniformly and universally good thing with almost no downsides. Anything people want to know, there's a tendency to look things up now in a way that is helping us to become more informed citizens. In the past, if you heard on the radio something, something awful has happened in Azerbaijan, you might think, well, wow, I have to say I barely even know where Azerbaijan is, and I don't know what's going on there, and I wish I knew, and maybe I should go to the library and get a book and read about it, but nobody ever had time to do that. Now people do. They just go online and they look up Azerbaijan and they find out what's going on there, and so they can become a better person who understands more of the world around them. Interesting thing for me is the growth of the internet in the developing world, which is coming much faster than most people realize, and it's going to have a much bigger cultural impact than most people realize. In this past year, everybody's seen this amazing, dance craze phenomenon of Gangnam Style come out of South Korea and sweep the world. That's just one example of something that's going to happen more and more and more, and we're going to have a great deal more contact with people in places around the world that we've had very little contact with in the past. And I think it's going to be a remarkable cultural shift. I still want to stay doing more or less what I am doing, trying to push the boundaries of collaboration and participation online, and trying to have a lot of fun.